we finally got here. So a lot of things has been going on since we were live, on our Friday nights, and I think we kind of left off like around the first, actually not the first, the debate, right, between Kamala and Trump, and ever since that, a lot of things have happened, right?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
things have happened.
a
It's
lot of things
a
happen, and
very interesting roller coaster ride.
yes, and that actually the Trump assassin, the first one, is actually only 3 months ago. It seems like way long time, right? But it's actually only 3 months, a little bit over 3 months ago only, because
Yeah, there
there's so
were.
many things are moving so super fast, right?
It's just keeps on rolling, and it's so much has happened in such a short time. It's almost like, where do you start? Where do you even look? You know,
Yes, yeah.
you forget.
Uh,
This is like somebody should definitely write this down and do a mini series
well,
based on
I'm
based
sure
on just
some.
the last 6 months.
Yeah, I'm sure people, the writer from Netflix is somebody's probably making a drama series already.
You don't even have
Um,
to name
yeah,
anybody. Just say it's based on real world events.
yes. Talk about Netflix. As we know, we left or right, they all have their endorse people who endorse them, and I noticed that on the left side, a lot of celebrities endorsements. What are your thoughts on that?
Celebrity endorsements are, to me, they're just entertainment.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yes, celebrities are in people's face all the time. They're always on the TV. They're always in the media. They're always in the
Yeah.
news. Something's happening. You're on the big screen. People were used to seeing them, but when it comes to endorsements,
Mhm.
it's for me, it's one of those. It's nice to see who you like and what your opinion is. I'm great. I'll listen to that all day. But when you come like, oh, I endorse, I'm like, whoa, 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 slow down there, Buck Rogers. Like endorsement is a whole nother thing. Because we're talking about politicians who make policy and all that. I want to see him endorsed by heads of economic departments and you know major institutions that deal with these things that they're talking about. I want to see those people do endorsements. I don't want
Yeah.
to see. I don't. I mean, I love Tom Cruise's movies. I don't really care who he endorses though.
Yeah, see, like the first person that really came out to endorse Kamala Harris is Taylor Swift. And it's, very odd. And then after that is like Beyonce, J Lo, and I don't know who
Yeah, I
else.
saw a lot of entertainers coming out the woodwork to support, and I'm just at the same time I'm like not concerned.
Yeah,
Didn't
that.
sway my vote. Didn't have any effect on my opinion. And that's not just. And that's not. I'm not. I want people to understand. I'm not trying to diss any of these entertainers for doing that. I'm not trying to disrespect them. It's
Right.
just my point. My point is this: I'm looking at somebody who's going to be dealing with policy that's going to affect my direct life. You know,
Right.
I have no concern about an entertainer's opinion as far as you want to talk about the policies. Great, I'll debate you on the policies. I'll talk about it with you. I'm not concerned
Hmm.
about that. Like, yeah, because you know what, they affect your life too. But if I'm looking for an endorsement, I want to see who is the head of Microsoft endorsing. Who's
Yeah.
Bill Gates endorsing? You know,
Hmm.
who is Rumsfeld endorsing? I want to see people. I want to see who those people are endorsing. You
Yeah,
know,
so if you talk about Bill Gates, Microsoft, on the other hand, Elon Musk endorsed Trump, and that kind of made a major change. We also did a watch party when he was interviewed Trump. Remember that we did that one as well?
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to sometimes it's hard to take Elon seriously. You know, I take Elon Musk seriously when he's talking about SpaceX, Tesla, science, or how he had to deal with the SEC. I take him seriously when it comes to all of those things.
Yes.
When he's endorsing Trump, I'm like, oh man, you give your buddy a shout out. All right, cool, not a problem. I respect that.
But
Not
somehow,
really, I'm like he did because I look at this. He did that one interview with Trump and
yes,
had a massive amount of people watching it. Right?
yes, breaking record. Yes.
Why didn't he do another one?
I think I'm not sure if he asked Kamala Harris to do another one with him, but so after that, kind of like Trump went to a different podcast show, including PBD and then Joe Rogan just last week, and then Joe Rogan also asked Kamala Harris to come on to do a episode, but of course Kamala Harris declined because
Yeah, I think
you
that's
know,
one she should have
because she
definitely done.
couldn't, yeah, because she couldn't really do interview. I don't know if you seen any interview of hers.
No, no, I mean, if there was any personality or internet personality she should have done an interview with, uh, I would have. If I'd been honest, I was like, if Joe Rogan calls, don't say no. Whether
Yeah,
you
it's
vomit or you do good, make sure you're ready. Don't say no.
yeah,
And I'm not saying
I-
I'm not saying don't say no because he's too big for you to deny or you can't ignore him. I'm just saying that that's an opportunity
yes.
you should not pass up.
Yeah, they were playing, they kind of playing, how do you say, oh, would you like to come in to do 2 hours? No. 1 hours? No. And they want Joe Rogan to fly out to them. And actually, Donald Trump fly out to Joe Rogan in Texas to do it. And then
Yeah,
for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And then Donald Trump went back to Michigan to do I believe a rally of some sort. Yeah, so he's like nonstop.
yeah. I'm like,
Compared,
you're campaigning. What the heck are you doing? Why are
yeah,
you sitting on your butt? You know, that's like I said. Those I put it this: Kamala Harris had a really, really good. She was already on first place. Okay, this was like baseball. If you're talking about
mm,
baseball, you're getting up to bat, you going for the presidency. Kamala Harris was already on first and second. She was already on either first or second. You know what I'm saying? She was on
mm,
first because she's a VP in office at the time. She's on second because now she's running, and she didn't have to beat out the rest of the Democratic Party to get the nomination.
that's right. And then
Okay, so she's already on second base. I'm like, no, 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 no. You need to like I don't know what these people don't have they did I don't know. It's
I
hard to
think,
say something because like
yeah,
it's gonna look like I'm really trying to slam her or. And I'm not trying to slam her. I'm not trying to disrespect her, but she dropped the ball. Like I'm at this point. I'm like, boy, I can't trust you. You know?
yeah, I think, because this past 4 years almost, we have Joe Biden, but we all know that he's have health condition,
Mm-hmm.
and the question is who's running the country. And now Joe Biden step down, and then now they
We know
automatically
for a fact he's not running.
automatically have Kamala Harris to replace him.
Yeah,
And we people are saying, including myself, think so, that someone else is running the country behind the scene, and that someone else, we call it the machine. Yeah.
you're absolutely right. And for a fact, that's another thing.
Mm,
How many layups are you gonna? How many layups are you gonna brick before you wake up?
mhm.
You know, we know Joe Biden's not running the country because he couldn't make the debate. So that means
Yeah.
you're doing it. So here you are, at least 6 months doing the job. You know, 6 months doing the job, and you got to run a campaign at the same time.
Mhm.
That you've already got that right there. 6 months worth of experience, and you running for second term as president. You know, you're doing it. You're the vice president. You're filling in for the president, running
Yes.
for president's office in the campaign. It's you better, if you can't recognize the interviews you should take.
Mm.
How am I supposed to trust you to recognize other world leaders you should definitely have a sit down with, and ones you can
Oh
talk
my
to on the
god.
phone.
Just
Hmm?
think about that. Just think about that. Like just Putin alone will really just
That's how I
kill
look
her.
at it. How Yeah,
Right?
I'm like,
Just
how
Putin
do you
alone will
expect
kill
me to believe you have the brain cells together to rub and know, okay, I can talk to this guy on the phone about this. I need to meet this guy in person about this. You know, how can you expect me to believe you that you can even
Yeah.
do the basics of the job? I
Mhm.
mean, I know you're not going to be doing it all by yourself, but damn it, if you can't freaking recognize the interviews you should have that you
Yeah.
can't pass up,
Right.
that'd be
So
like,
I think they are trying to protect her because we all know she can't really answer questions because every time somebody asks her a question, she cannot answer directly. She will say, "I'm from the
because
middle
she's
class.
not
I'm
being
from the
properly
middle
prepared,
class." And then she
because she's not
also
leading her team to properly prepare her to field the questions. She's the
yes.
vice president. The one thing she should know is when the lights come on, that camera, you better be ready to answer the question regardless. You know, you do not have time.
Mm,
You
to
know what I'm
mess
saying?
around. Yes, yes. Yeah,
You
so
ain't got
it's just
time for all that.
so this is very scary if, like I mentioned, just Putin alone will kill her if she's reaction responding is so slow and not it's not very intelligent in a sense, right?
From the very
So
first time she
yeah.
got up in front of that microphone running for president, she should, like I said it. Well, I said it on our lap. I said it every time we've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped the
Yes.
ball. She should have been ready on the issues from day one, not
Mm-hmm.
floating around peace, love, and happiness. Let's hope it's gonna work all out. You know, like, yeah, I ain't got
Yes.
time for that.
Yeah.
You know, this is the presidency we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a vice
um
president, you're pretty much along for the ride. You just
well,
gotta,
but go ahead.
know what I'm saying? If you're the vice president, you pretty much just along for the ride. You just gotta know when to be like, when to smile, when to thumbs up, when to nod. Go sit in the corner, don't say nothing stupid. you know, go take care of that because you're my VP, and then come back and let me know what happened. But when you're going
Yes.
for president, you gotta be. It's been a
Yes.
majorly
So
disappointing.
so when you talk about
Campaign.
VP, what do you feel about the current VP candidate, JD Van
You know
and
what I wish?
Tim Watts?
You know what I wish?
What?
If I could have put it together,
Mm-hmm.
Walls is the guy I would have told Trump that's who you pick. That's who
Okay.
you tap for your VP. Because that guy's gonna
Okay.
keep you out of trouble and he's gonna
Okay.
cover your back. He's got you.
Okay.
As long as
All
you
right.
don't As long as you don't let yourself get ahead of yourself, that guy's got you. You got a solid campaign with him.
Okay.
Vance, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
I put it like this: I fully expect to see a ridiculous scandal,
Uh-huh.
during his term. I fully
Okay.
expect to see a ridiculous scandal
How so?
during his.
Just curious. How so?
Hmm?
I say, okay, so you say you expect to see a scandal in the midterm. Is that what you said?
Vance is not ready to be a vice president. He's not ready for an
Okay.
office at that level. He should have really put in
Mhm.
at least 6 more years as a
Okay.
senator or a congressman. To be honest,
Okay.
in my
Uh-huh.
opinion, he should have really put in 6 more years.